A lady is sweeping the sidewalk without realizing that there is money stuck between the bristles of her broom. A neighbor approaches the lady and notices the money. The lady greets the young woman. The young woman says that she needs to borrow the broom to sweep the house because her broom broke. The lady says that she is using the broom. But the young woman insists, saying that it will be quick. The lady says that she will only borrow it for 15 minutes and tells the young woman to return it quickly. The young woman says she won't do more than that. Disguising her bad intentions, the young woman asks where the lady bought that broom. The lady says that she bought it downtown. The young woman says that later she will go to the center to buy the same broom. She says that she only borrowed it because she needs to sweep the house urgently to receive a visitor. The lady says that she is fine. So the young woman thanks the lady and says goodbye. Minutes later, the husband arrives asking the lady where the money he left with her is. The lady says it is with her, so she looks in her pockets but can't find it. The husband asks how come the wife doesn't know where the money is. The lady says she doesn't know how it disappeared, because she was just sweeping the sidewalk. He asks if the woman didn't throw it in the trash. So they go to look in the bags that are in the garbage can. But they can't find it, and the husband asks where the broom she used is. The lady says she lent it to her neighbor. He tells his wife to go see if the money is not stuck in the broom. Meanwhile, the neighbor picks up the money stuck in the broom. She says she thought she had more money. But she takes the money anyway. Suddenly the lady appears and says she was there to get the broom. The neighbor says that she hasn't even started sweeping yet, and the lady says that the floor there was already clean. Then the lady says that she needs the broom. The neighbor gives it back and thanks her. The lady looks for the money among the broom's bristles and says that she needs to go home soon. She goes out looking for the money and is distressed that she can't find it. The husband tells his wife that he found the money. The lady says that unfortunately she hasn't found it. The husband says he needs the money to pay the rent that is due today. He despairs. A neighbor sees them on the sidewalk and greets them. The woman says that she was pretty sure that the money was stuck there. The husband says that the rent collector will pick up the money today. The wife says they can explain the situation. But the husband says that won't work, so he leaves. The neighbor who was passing by saw the whole discussion. So he comes home and greets his wife. The wife says that she was waiting for her husband. He asks how her day was, and she says it was good. The husband asks where the wife got that money. The wife explains that her brother gave it to her. The husband says that his wife is lucky, because while she made money, the neighbors lost. The wife pretends that she doesn't know anything. Then the husband asks if his wife made dinner. The wife answers that she did and that she put it away for him in the oven. After the husband leaves, the wife becomes apprehensive, but soon appears indifferent. Later, the owner of the property knocks on the gate to collect the rent. The man opens the gate and greets her. The woman says that the tenant already knows the reason for her visit. The man says that something has come up, and the woman asks what happened. He explains that his wife lost some of the money left to pay the rent. He says that now he only has half of the amount. The landlady says she has nothing to do with it and gives him 2 hours to pay the rent or he will have to leave the house. The man asks for just one more chance. The woman says that this is the second time he is late with his payments and tells him to find a way to pay. He asks her to wait until next month to pay the rest. But the woman says that there is no way and that he will have to pay the total amount at once. The man is at a loss as to what to do. Then he gets an idea and runs to his neighbor's house. He knocks on the gate calling him. The neighbor tells him to come in. Then the man sits down on the sofa next to his neighbor and greets him. The neighbor asks if the man is all right, because he looks worried. The man explains that he is not well at all, because his wife lost some of the money she had to pay the rent. The neighbor asks what he can do to help. The man asks if his neighbor can lend him the missing amount. The neighbor explains that he doesn't have the money, but that he will see if he can get the money from his brother-in-law later. The man thanks him and says that he will wait. The neighbor is moved and worries about the man. Next, the neighbor goes to talk to his brother-in-law. They greet each other. The man asks if the brother-in-law gave money to his sister. The brother-in-law says no. The man asks if the brother-in-law saw his sister yesterday. The brother-in-law says no, and that he hasn't seen his sister in a while. Then he says he has to leave and says goodbye to his brother-in-law. The man leaves disappointed. So the man comes home and goes to talk to his wife. He asks if his wife can lend him the money her brother gave her. The wife says yes. The husband replies that he will give an extra amount when he returns the money. The wife hands the money to her husband. The husband asks why the wife is lying to him. He says that he met her brother-in-law and that the brother-in-law said that he didn't even see her. The wife insists on the lie, saying that her brother gave her money. The man says that there is no point in the woman lying anymore, because he has already found out everything. He says that their relationship will no longer work out because he can no longer trust his wife. He tells his wife to leave his house immediately. Later, the man and his wife are leaving the house when the neighbor shows up. He says he got the money and hands it to them. The neighbor says that he doesn't have to give it back. He tells him that his wife found that money and didn't say anything. The man is shocked. The lady says that she liked her neighbor so much and doesn't understand why she did that to them. The neighbor says he even told his wife to leave and says he doesn't want to lose their trust. The couple says it wasn't his fault. Then they embrace. Later, the lady finds her neighbor with a backpack and asks where she is going. The neighbor explains that her husband kicked her out of the house. The lady says that she already knows what the reason was. The neighbor takes the lady's hand and apologizes for what she did. She says she is sorry. The lady says that she forgives her neighbor and hopes that she will learn her lesson. Then the neighbor says goodbye to the lady and goes on her way.